KHTS. It's 8:10 on your hometown station, KHTS, the hometown morning show with Tori and Kyle. Tori, you love football.
I do.
Why was there such a long pause?
Well, I like it because of John Gruden. I mean, we're really...
Oh, okay. All right, you're a Raiders fan this year.
I'm going to be.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, he's coming back. But there's a better connection to what we're going to talk about. Okay. In high school, I played powder puff football.
How'd it go?
Not well.
Not for you or just your team or what?
Yeah, it was just it was all bad.
Just all bad.
I got a really cool jersey, so.
Oh, okay. That's really all that matters. But we actually have, this one is actually a special powder puff. It's going to help Jack's Angels Foundation. If you don't know more about it, keep listening because we have Janet Demeter here to talk more about the event. Janet, how are you?
I'm great. I'm really glad to be here. Thank you.
What? For our listeners who have no idea what Jack's Angels Foundation is, can you tell us?
Yes. Well, briefly, Jack's Angels, our mission is to raise awareness for pediatric brain cancer. It is Brain Tumor Awareness Month, May. And for the childhood cancer community, it's very important because brain cancer is the leading cause of death in children with cancer. And it's also one of the least funded areas of research. And you'd never know that, right, unless it happened to you or someone close to you. But unfortunately, there are very few solutions for these kids, and they have to. And when they ask why, it's because the numbers aren't great enough for investors. And so literally our medical research system does not prioritize children in the dying.
What is DIPG? I see it's on your shirt.
Yes, it stands for, and you'll know why it's slated that way.
Okay.
It's diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma, meaning it's a cancerous glioma. It's a glial cells of the brain. And it's diffusely infiltrating, meaning it's not a solid mass. It's all intertwined with healthy tissue, and it's in the pons area of the brainstem, which is responsible for all the neural traffic from the brain into the body and back. Very, very vital area of the body.
And how this is, Kyle and I were talking about this earlier this week about just children and diseases. You know, children shouldn't have diseases. Children should be playing and having a fun time and just growing up, and the parents shouldn't have to deal with this. It shouldn't happen. But because it is, we need to make people aware and reach out for help. Ask for help in money for research, just to help these families. How young can this be found at these brain tumors in children? What is the youngest age that you've seen?
Well, the average ages are between 5 and 10 years old. My son was 3. There are babies that have had DIPG, and then there are older young adults who have had it, but that's extremely rare.
And how did you even know that something was going on? What are the symptoms of something like this?
Now, this is this is very important for Brain Cancer Awareness Month because the symptoms vary, but most prominently are the headaches, balance, vision. Some kids have an eye that starts to turn out, and they take them to the eye doctor, and that's how they eventually get on the path to diagnosis. But for us, there were some very vague symptoms that I really didn't understand that just made me feel uneasy. But then all of a sudden, he started limping and favoring one side of his body. So I took him into the doctor, even though it's hard because they say, oh, don't bring in your child if it's less than 24 hours, and they've had a fever or something like that.
Right.
But I just said, the heck with it. You're going to see my kid today. And she immediately put him on the neuro track to take him to the hospital. She was like, if this were my child, I'd take him immediately to Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
Good for you. I'm so glad that you're that type of mom. Moms need to be like that because we also have, I'm a mom too, we have a sixth sense that something is just not, that's not right. That's not what I'm seeing. Even at 3 years old, you probably knew how he should be walking, how he should be behaving, and that's not right. And now you are bringing awareness. Tell us about this event at Vasquez High School.
Well, Vasquez High School, what an amazing spirit. And also I have to take my hat off to Ty DeVoe, their principal. They have been supportive, and Amy Cesari is now the ASB leadership. And I have to say they have always supported us since 2013 was our first year functioning as a 501c3 organization. They've been doing the Powder Puff game since that year. So I guess this is the 6th game that they've done, and literally they're one of the only community groups that have done fundraisers for us, so we really depend on it. It's, they raise not enormous amounts of money, but we don't need a lot to continue. Most of my work is advocacy. I would love to do more fundraising for research, because if you didn't know, almost all of the DIPG research in the United States is paid for by bereaved parent organizations solely. It's a huge burden.
That's huge.
Yeah.
How can we help regarding this event? Do we go? How do we do? What do you want us to do?
Yes,
What do you
come
want
on
us to do?
out. May 17th. It's at 6 o'clock. 6:30 is the kickoff at Jorgensen Field at Vasquez High School. It's at 33630 Red Rover Mine Road in Acton. Come on out and support us. I believe last year it was like $5 or something entry. It's not an enormous fee, but come bring your friends. They always have really awesome food catered.
I was going to say, is there a concession that we can buy as
Yes,
well? I
yeah.
mean, just come and bring a 20 spot, and let's have a good
Definitely.
night and donate to this wonderful organization, Jack's Angels Foundation. Janet, thank you so much for coming in today and explaining this. And I hope this event is extremely successful and we get a handle on childhood diseases. We need to do that. It's just not right.
We have a National Awareness Day, a bill in Congress because of our Congressman Steve Knight and our work with him. And we had 22 states last year. This year it may be 30. So DIPG Awareness Day is May 17th, Brain Tumor Awareness Month.
Let's keep it going. Is there a website, if our listeners want more information, to go to?
Yes, jacksangels.org.
jacksangels.org. Janet, a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
The Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. 98.1 FM and AM 1220.